Now we'll look at a few special cases of factoring. First, sometimes when we factor, we can keep going. It's going to be more than just one step. As an example, if I had something like 3x to the fourth minus 12x squared, well, I can see that they have stuff in common. They both have a 3, and the smallest exponent is going to be x squared. That would leave me with x squared minus 4. But x squared minus 4 continues to factor, and it's one of our special factorizations. Factors into x plus 2, x minus 2. As another example, x to the fifth y squared minus x y to the sixth. The highest exponent on the x is 1, or the lowest exponent on the x is 1, and on the y is 2. That leaves me with x to the fourth minus y to the fourth. And I'm not quite sure why I wrote an equal there. Well, now that can factor even further, and it is still one of our special factorizations. It would factor into x squared plus y squared and x squared minus y squared. And that x squared minus y squared continues to factor. The first parentheses doesn't factor, that's as far as we can go. But this would then go into x plus y, x minus y. We can also factor things with fractional exponents. When we're dealing with factoring out common factors, we always pull out the x with the smallest exponent, and we're going to do the same thing here. 4x to the 1/2 minus 20x to the negative 1/2 plus 24x to the negative 3/2. So first we can see that they all have a 4 in common, and the smallest exponent is actually minus 3/2. So we're going to subtract negative 3/2 from each of these exponents. 1/2 minus negative 3/2 is actually 2. When I pull out the 4, I have a 5. Minus 1/2 minus negative 3/2 is 1. When I pull out the 4, I get a 6, and I completely pull out all of the x's. And this continues to factor. Two things that multiply to be positive 6 and add to be negative 5 would be x minus 2 and x minus 3, since negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5, and negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. Let's look at one more. X plus 4 to the minus 3/2 times x plus x plus 4 to the 1/3. The smallest exponent I have is the negative 2/3. So the first thing I'm left with is just an x. 1/3 minus negative 2/3 is going to be 1. And then I can further simplify this. X plus 4 to the minus 2/3, and then I can see I have 2x plus 4 in the second parenthesis.